I've been obsessed with one question. Where does style come from?
Mike Pekovich. I am a furniture maker.
I really don't care what they call it as long as I'm happy with what it is.
I want to share with you how I make my maps.
This is the most important sketchbook I have ever had.
The more I study one, the more I seem to understand them all. They all borrow, yet somehow end up original. And lately, I've been noticing the same thing everywhere. Allow me to explain. For 2 months, I filled my shop with sawdust studying one furniture maker. Not just to copy him, but to try and understand how he thinks. What's crazy is, I didn't just start seeing furniture differently, I was seeing everything differently. And on a side note, I got pretty good at hand-cut dovetails, which is funny because I've avoided them for almost 15 years. Now, if I had to summarize everything I learned from Pekovich, it would be this. He doesn't decorate furniture, he lets light do it. He uses reveals, proud joinery, and other accents, and I think their main purpose is to catch light and cast shadows. Here's where things get interesting. Based on what I just learned, none of this should work. If two masters break each other's rules, then maybe style has nothing to do with rules at all. So today, I'm stealing from another master. Study everything, build something, and see if I get one step closer to discovering where style actually comes from. Sam Maloof. Now, I feel like I have a lot in common with this guy. We're both vets and we've both built a lot of furniture for our wives. Even if you've never heard of him, I bet you've seen his work. 2012, the first time I saw it, I tried to copy it. Well, I copied the shape with a CNC, but I never really understood the thinking behind it. There's nothing wrong with the CNC, but to understand the artist, I needed to use my hands. And I was gonna need some books, so let's order them. And while I wait for the books, it's time for an experiment. And no, I did not pay that price for the books. At first glance, every Maloof piece has a couple things in common. The famous joint and the sculpted seat. So I needed to make something that incorporates those, but it can't take forever because I have lessons to learn and more furniture to make. So let's knock out a quick stool. But I needed a plan, so I watched a few videos, made a quick design, and cut some templates. Now, if you've used templates before, you know what a pain they can be to make. The Shaper Origin makes this so easy. Make a quick model, try it out, adjust if needed, and cut again.
Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night. Waiting in the front yard, sitting on a log. A single shot rifle and a one-eyed dog. Yonder come my kinfolk in the moonlight. Louisiana Saturday night. Oh, get down the fiddle now, get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night.
The experiment's complete. I got a practice run in the Maloof joint into the seat, but I don't really love the stool. I mean, it's functional, but there's just something off about it. So I think it will be another shop stool. Anyway, that book should be here soon. Right here. Let me hand you some stuff. Before you create, you steal. Furniture, films, photographs, it all starts the same way. Find something you love, take it apart, and borrow the pieces.
Don't you ever be sad. Lean on me and hide the bag. When the day comes and you're down and I'm in trouble and I'm about to drown, just hold on.
All right, so the coopered seat is coming along. Now, if you don't know what coopering is, it's how they make, whiskey barrels, wine barrels, stuff like that. So that's essentially what I've done here. It's a way to get some of the, like the seat curvature in the glue up. Now, there's still a lot of shaping that'll have to be done, so I have to figure that out when I get there. But essentially, the center board here has a 3 degree angle going this way, and the number 2 and number 4 have a 3 degree angle the opposite way. It gives you like a little bit of a smile. So if I push these together, you can kind of see it. Maybe I'll move the camera so you can see it a little bit better. But essentially it gives me that little cup up in the front and then squares it back up on the back end. Now I got to figure out how to essentially lay out some dominoes in this so that I can get everything lined up and give it a little bit of strength. The 1, 5, and 3 board, gonna be pretty easy. The 2 and 4, that's an acute angle, so I'll actually have to cut it from the other reference side, so that's gonna be a little tricky on the layout, so hopefully, yeah, let's see if we can figure it out.
Now don't you ever be sad. Lean on me when the times are bad. When the day comes and you're down, baby, in a river trouble and about to drown. Just hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. Don't you worry, I'm coming. Here we come. Hold on, we're about to say I'm coming. Hold on, don't you worry.
Bus stop, wet day, she's there, I say, please share my umbrella. Bus stop, bus goes, she stays, love grows under my umbrella. All that summer we
Since I didn't have plans, I made my own templates, working from photos and a few general measurements to just figure out the proportions. And if you want to skip that part, I'll give you mine for free. They're linked in the description, or just scan the QR code.
I would see her waiting at the stop. Sometimes she'd shop and she would show me what she'd bought. All the people stared as if we were both quite insane. Someday my name and hers are going to be the same. That's the way the whole thing started. Silly, but it's true. Thinking of a sweet romance beginning
storm raging in your soul. You gotta thank God that you're still growing old. If them demons you're fighting won't go away, drop on your knees and pray. Life can get hard sometimes, I know. You gotta get up and walk the straight and narrow. When they're chasing you down with an old bloodhound and you're running through the fields for your life, you gotta get up, son, I know they're gunning for you. Don't let the thoughts of yesterday crowd out the visions of today. Don't let your past define your name. We will all be judged the same someday. Life can get hard sometimes, I know. You gotta get up and walk straight and narrow. When they're chasing you down with an old bloodhound and you're running through the fields for your life.
The chair's coming together pretty good, but I gotta figure out this carving thing. Now, you probably saw earlier I was actually, carving out the seat using my 15-year-old Festool Rotex with some 40 grit. I actually disintegrated one base. I mean, the base was a little old, but still not really the right tool for the job, although it is a hell of an arm workout. I think I'm gonna need some power carving stuff. I've got a little bit of a shopping list, some power carving, some rasp, stuff like that. So let's go see what these stores have and then hopefully not mess up the chair power carving it. Really have never done any of this before, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. And I figured while we're out, we might as well go to Rockler.
Welcome to Rockler.
No, thanks. Apparently, I'd reached my Festool limit, so instead of buying another tool, we went to lunch. Afterwards, I decided to do a little research.
Simple as my mama said when I was very young. She told me not to worry, son, one day you'll be someone. But here I am at 21, as loaded as a stagecoach shotgun. I'm sorry, mama, please don't look at me. When I got to Oklahoma, I was 17. My papa taught me how to work, and Lord, he was mean. Working all day in that August heat, and he taught me how to fish. My uncle taught me how to drink. Well, I went to California and I had me a band, and we played in all the bars in all the southern lands. We played all night and we drank for free, all of my boys and me. Now I'm 23 and there ain't nobody who can drink it like me. Soon I'll be 24 and the Lord knows that I can't drink no more. I know I should have taken it slow. It's not the way that my life goes. Now I know. When you're passed out on the floor, you're sober by 24. Well, I had a girl who loved me the whole damn time, and I drank my whiskey and she drank wine. Soon my bottle was too much to company. Yeah, we'd sit on the river and we'd fish all day, and we'd drive across the country, let the radio play. 7 damn years I never thought she'd leave. Now I'm 23 and there ain't nobody who can drink like me. Soon I'll be 24 and the Lord knows that I can't drink no more. I know I should have taken it slow. It's not the way that my life goes. Lord, I know. You're passed out on the floor. You're sober by 24. Simple as my mama said when I was very young. She told me not to worry, son, one day you'll be someone. But here I am at 21, loaded as a stagecoach shotgun. I'm sorry, mama, please don't look at me.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down.
At this point, I think I'm 4 days in on shaping it, so you're looking at least 40 hours of work with this. My wife was out of town this weekend and she came home and she's like, dang, what did you do that with? And I picked up this, she's like, you did it with a nail file? Like that there's gotta be a better way. So I did order a Fordham. It's like a power carving unit, which I'll do on future chairs, but I'll still use this to define the edge. I've got this picture from Sam's book, and I'm really just trying to match the picture. No real plan. I managed to find a few YouTube videos and watch people doing it, but there's nothing that's really detailed showing you how to do it. If there's interest, I may put together like a comprehensive course on how to build this chair. So comment if people would be interested in that. I've learned a ton doing this. Pretty much did it all with this rasp. So I kind of use 3 different rasps. I've got this one is a Shinto saw rasp. And again, before this, I don't know that I've ever used a rasp before or done any kind of sculpting. So this was definitely a learning experience. I did use this Kutzall shaping disc. I think that's what they're called. Works pretty well. I think I got the medium grit. I figured if I didn't know what I was doing, it was best to have something that removed less material than more material. So again, it takes a little longer, but you have a little more control. For doing future ones, I may grab a course just because I kind of understand what I'm doing now. But anyway, I kind of use that if I was gonna make a big flat. So think of it like making a big chamfer like you do with a hand plane and then kind of rounding it over. So that was that. If you're just gonna get one, just get this half round one. And I think it is a coarse, cuts all, they're like 20 bucks, something like that. Not bad at all. But this rounded shape, I've found, you know, that lets you basically match these curves. So your tool kind of like sets your shape. So as I'm shaping in here, it's helping me to make those profiles. So this thing works really well. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Again, comparing it to the Maloof kind of knockoffs I did 15 years ago, this is a whole different ball game. Like those, I had a CNC machine then. I cut out all the parts onto CNC and assembled it. So not really much art in that. Nothing wrong with doing it. The chairs look fine, but this was a whole different thing. And I really am starting to kind of understand how he did what he did. And I mean, from what I've read, he would just go in there and quickly rough it out with a bunch of, different rasps and chisels and things like that. So I think it's like anything, you got to have the idea in your mind for what you're making, and then you got to understand the tools that you can use to make that come to life, whether it's building furniture, taking a picture, making a video, whatever. Now, I've got a couple things left to sculpt, and then I've got to take it all apart and then see if I can't figure out how to sand this thing, and hopefully it not take 4 days.
Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my Martin, not the way that I do love you.
Oh, holy moly, me on my belly, God, I've never loved one like you.
And I'm minding my best friend, I screaming to the nothingness. There ain't nothing that I need.
But hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ, ain't nothing beats me more than.
After a little trial and error, I figured out a pretty good workflow for sanding these parts. So the first step is really just to get out the deep scratches that the rasp left. Now, maybe in the future, I'll pick up some, fine grit rasps, and that might help a little bit. But really, the workflow is pretty simple. There's 3 steps. Step 1, use a spoke shave everywhere you can. Make sure that blade is sharp. Run it with the grain and get rid of those scratches. Then grab a card scraper and get everywhere that spoke shave can't get. Then after that, start working through your sanding grits. So this is definitely a tedious process, but more later on how I think I can improve this in the future. Pre-sanding is almost done. I actually have 1 leg left to finish sanding. And let me tell you, this may be the most hand sanding I've ever done in my life. Actually, like my fingerprint doesn't work on my computer anymore because I think I've sanded my fingerprints off with all the hand sanding. I'm all about finding the most efficient ways to do things. And a lot of times hand tools are the best way to do it. And that's one thing, like reading Sam Maloof's book, he always believed he didn't care if it was a power tool or a hand tool or whatever it was. He was like, I just want to use the right tool for the job. And I think that's the right approach. I picked up this, it just arrived yesterday. This is the Fordham TX series. A friend of mine, that's what he recommended I get. So I went ahead and got that one. Now the initial handle I ordered the wrong one. They make different handles you can get with this that accept different collet sizes. Anyway, make sure you get the right handle with it. I think this is gonna make my life a lot easier on the next batch of chairs, which I think I'm gonna do next. Yeah, I gave it a shot, but I think I need a little practice with this tool, so rather than mess up something I have hours and hours in, let's just finish this one with hand sanding. In the middle of building this chair, I figured out what I've been noticing everywhere. Contrast. It's in films, photos, and music, and I'm starting to see the same thing in furniture. Pekovich taught me restraint, proportion, shadow lines. Maloof is almost the opposite. Curves, movement, everything flows. But even within their individual pieces, there's contrast. Straight lines against curves, hard edges flowing into soft ones. But what happens when you put a Maloof chair next to a Pekovich cabinet? Well, they make each other better. Why? Contrast. Before I had this realization, I had to steal. I stole compositions from photographers, lighting from movies, transitions, pacing, and sound design from filmmakers, storytelling from people like Johnny Harris. Even this video you've been watching is made from pieces of things I've seen other people do. Which brings me back to the question I started with. Where does style come from? I don't think it comes from trying to be original. Before you create, you steal. You find things you love, you take them apart, you figure out why they work, and then you combine those ideas with other ideas you've collected along the way. And somewhere in all of that, the things you stole stop looking like the people you stole them from, and they start looking like you. So maybe style isn't something you find, maybe it's something you build. And this is what I built.
Oh, Father, tell me we get or we deserve, and where down we go, 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 oh, where down we go, 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 so where down we go, oh. So where down we go, way down.
As different as these two pieces are, a lot of what I learned from Pekovich helped me build Maloof. So if you want to see what I learned and the chapter that led to this one, then watch this video next.